On check really quick. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I have a really important message. You guys know the drill. If you guys can hear me good at the beginning of the live stream, make sure you drop a thumbs up emoji. I am going to be hitting the bell. So if you have earbuds in, if you are driving, probably turn down the volume just a little bit. Okay, let me just double check. It's not too loud. There we go. Can you guys hear me? Thank you, Eternally Born. You guys can hear me okay? Okay. My microphone was out yesterday. It was like in and out. I don't know. It was weird. So I just know these messages are important. So I'm going to jump in. Welcome, guys, to this live stream. Okay. If you guys are on Patreon, you guys have 2 messages that will be posted this week. So be checking your notifications for that. Patreon is not on a schedule, but you guys get 4 messages, 4 to 6 messages a month, and you guys have already gotten a bonus message for this month. I think that's it for like announcements. Okay, let's jump in. I'm so excited. The message that I got for you guys today is Satan's people ain't ready to post up with you. I can't even say it. Satan's people are not ready to post up with you. Okay? They're not ready. They're not ready. They thought that they wanted all the smoke in the world. Like they really thought that. Then I pulled out these charms after I channeled that, and I was like, whoa. So take a look. Okay, take a gander. And I'm just so excited to give this message. So I want to make sure the sound is good. I want to make sure everybody is here. And yeah, I cannot wait to watch this playback. Satan's people ain't ready to post up with you. Your voice is a direct threat. Okay? Direct threat to them and their existence. And you are getting ready to roar because you are realizing the power of your voice. Okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, you are realizing the power of your voice and that your voice has been given to you as a gift and you are learning how to use this. Maybe before you were always silenced and censored and shut down. And you're realizing now, like, no, my voice is important and I need to make sure that I use it wisely. So drop that below, okay? The affirmation, one of the affirmations for this live stream will be, I am learning how to use my voice with wisdom. Okay, I'm learning how to use my voice with wisdom. And maybe before you really wanted people to like you or just at least accept you or not pick on you or just, leave you alone. And you're seeing now, like, you know what? People aren't going to like what I have to say. It's fine. I'm going to have to be brave. I'm going to have to use my insight, my intuition, my wisdom. And you guys have 3 times the gifts. So you have 3 times the intuition, 3 times the voice. And that is why the devil is always challenging you and always bringing Decepticons into the mix, because you are a challenge to Satan's army. Okay? You are a challenge to Satan's army. And there are so many people around you, guys, that are trying to play nice, but they're not even good at it. Okay? I didn't write this download down. I think I can remember most of it. There are so many people around you that are wearing a disguise. They're not wearing it well. So maybe you're thinking, okay, they're playing it cordial. And as long as they're cordial, I'll take it. But I want you guys to realize there's a lot of people pissing in their ear. There are a lot of Decepticons around you. You're aware of them. They're playing it nice, they're playing it cool, they're playing it calm, they're playing it cordial. Ones that have already been bapped and bopped down by you. They know they can't post up with you. But there are the ringleaders in the back wing that are pissing in their ear. That is why they are a threat to you. Because you are learning to excuse yourself from certain timelines, certain narratives, and certain people. They want to be the Grim Reaper in your life. But they don't want to get their hands dirty. They want somebody else to do it. So they're like, I still have all this hate for them, but I'm going to play nice. I'm not going to come in swords blazing. I'm just going to play it nice because I know that all the people above me want their jugular. So I'm just going to wait and I'm going to have a front row seat. But until then, I'm going to play it real nice. I have a truce with them. We have peace. But you got your eye on them because of how they're acting. Okay? You know when you have people around you and they're just like, they're playing it really nice. You guys have ways of testing people without even realizing that you're doing it until like later on. Later on in the day, you're like, oh, I tested them and they failed miserably with their nicey nice and their little truce. So let's say you have one of these, I got 3 mustaches that came out. So there's 3 people around you that are trying to disguise themselves as peace, as this truce, whatever. Okay? It reminds me of the Lannisters and the Starks. Okay? If you guys have watched Game of Thrones, it reminds me of the Lannisters and the Starks. The Lannisters are always looking for a reason. Always looking. They're like scheming and plotting and like, I need a reason to fight the Starks, but I don't really have one yet. Okay, they just be at each other's throats. So there's 3 people around you minimum that are really hoping that you'll get taken out by the people above them, the people that are more mad, the people that have the courage allegedly, and they're still not ready to post up because they're still licking their wounds. Okay? The ringleaders of the circuses that you be dealing with, they are still licking their wounds from the last time they got bopped by you. And I don't mean physically, I mean spiritually, they got bopped. Karmically, justice came through. God came through and bopped them a peg or 5. So you guys could have been speaking to Decepticon 1 through 3. Haters 4 through 8, whatever their number is, okay? Because I got a number. There's so many of them. You're just telling them, you're trying to, play it nice. You're trying to play it cool. And you're just speaking kindly to them. Trying to have some small talk. And my besties are really good at small talk, even though you probably cannot stand small talk. You're very good at it. And so as you're, just having some dialogue with this chooch, you're like, yeah, so-and-so did this, blah, blah, blah. That would be nice. Or say something comes through like a package. I don't know. I'm just getting like people are very competitive with you. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. People are really competitive with you with anything going on in your life, whether it's your children and how they perform, whether it's your job and how you perform. Like people are trying to outrank and outperform you. So the people that have this going on with you, the ones that are trying to wear the disguises, they're very envious, but they're trying very, very hard not to show you that. They're trying hard to like just play it nice, play it cool. And let's say you guys are having a conversation and it's somebody's birthday, okay? And you start talking about things that you could get for your birthday, things that you might not get for your birthday, and they don't say anything. Okay? You've known some of these Decepticons for a very long time. So before, if we go into the way back machine, before they would have told you a bunch of information. Silence is not their superpower. It's yours. And you're going to see that they're not going to say anything. They will no longer say anything about their personal life. Isn't that odd? Isn't that a little odd for somebody where their silence is not their superpower? Because they're competitive with you. They're in this secret competition with you where you don't think about them at all. Bestie, affirm it below. I don't think about them at all. Okay? And so it's this competition, this competitive drive that they have within, and B, it's this devil energy taking over them where they're just like, I'm just not going to say anything because it's going to look bad. Okay? And you could be thinking, well, if we really had a truce like that, if we really had peace like that, we could have a conversation and they could reply instead of not saying anything. You're going to go back and think about all of these moments of silence that they've had where back in the day, they would have told you a bunch of things. They would have spilled the tea. They would have been like, oh, I got this for my birthday. And then that one time I got that for my birthday. Like they would have replied. Do you know what I mean? They would have said it's something. These people are trying to be very careful. They're not good at it. And you're so unbothered and unfazed by them that you're not even realizing it until later. Like, oh, yeah, that's weird. So they're still on that same shit. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Do you know what I mean? Devil energies in the building. And these people are definitely creeping on you. You could have thought, oh, I'm sure they deleted me on social media. Like, I'm almost positive of it. And they have it. Isn't that rather odd for somebody that doesn't want to share information with you? Somebody that doesn't want to really talk to you at all, but does and tries to outperform you, has not deleted you off of social media. Because A, they don't have any backbone. Let's be very clear. They ain't never ready to post up with you. But B, they are spying on you. Okay? Now here on my channel, we don't empower the op. Not never. And we're not concerned, but we are aware. Okay, so you guys are aware that, like, hey, if they didn't really F with me like that, like they trying to be acting like they do, why haven't they deleted me off of social media? Okay, so these could be people that you work with or family members. I'm getting that the strongest. These are either people that you work with or these are people in your family. They didn't F's with you so badly and they like people telling them all kinds of crap about you. They love hearing a good smear. Okay, they love hearing the tea spilt on anything having to do with you. They love looking at your old photos, freaking weirdos. They just love it. They are persistent because they never want to get found out by you again. Okay, they never want to come out big, bad, and bold because they've done this once with you. Some of these people have already done this once, and it could have been a long time ago, but you went for their jugular. It was probably, when you were a little less spiritual, okay, a little less healed. Your shadow went for them. And it could have been about loyalty. It could have been about job performance. It could have been about gossip, slander, talking shit. Whatever it was about, you sent for them. You're like, I've summoned you. Okay, Decepticon number 4, hater number 8, I have summoned you. So you can come talk that shit right to my face and tell me why you think you're big, bad, bold, and brave to run around doing whatever the hell. I would like to know why. And they literally went flailing on the ground, crying victim. They're treating me this way. Oh my gosh. Okay, they ran and told the boss. They've been bullying me. Oh my gosh. And like, you guys have never had a tiff before, but you stood your ground with this person, whether they're like the nice guy. Okay, they have that nice guy mentality, these haters you're dealing with. But they went and cried. They went and cried wolf. Like, oh my gosh, but you don't know how they've been treating me. They effed you over. Some of these people effed you over. Like, bad. And you were not standing for that. Ooh, I have the chills. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, this person, you tried to make them a friend. You tried to take them under your wing. And you thought you guys could have been on good terms, like really good terms, where you were like kind of friends, not best friends, but like friendly. And this person burned you. And that was one of the biggest mistakes they ever made because you ain't never looked at them the same. And they are trying to get back into your good graces, but it ain't freaking working. It's not working. They have not fooled you. So whoever this person was or is in your life, they took your loyalty for granted. They took your word for granted. Literal smack in the face, because you treated them like a little sister or a little brother. And they thought hanging out with the ringleaders, hanging out with the circus, hanging out with the clowns, they thought that that was more important because you are not in that inner circle, nor do you care to be. You stand big, bad, and bold all on your own. You don't need a group around you. You know who really has your back. So this person did a couple of things that was really shady, and they thought they were going to get away with it. And because you had done things for them and you had helped them and you had taken them under your wing, you called them out for burning you. Now, they could have said they were drunk, they were high, they were this, they were that. You didn't care what the reason was. You wanted a freaking apology and some acknowledgement that they did you dirty and you didn't deserve that. And instead of giving you that apology, they chose to play the victim. And they held on to those tears, those crocodile tears that you're the culprit, you're the bad guy. They would never. And whatever they did, it was pretty crappy. Okay? It was pretty crappy. They went and ran and hid when they showed their true character to you. Okay? Your job could have been in a time of need and they disappeared. It's kind of like they ghosted or ran away. They ran from responsibility when that is not normally in their nature, and you called them out for it. Okay? They didn't like that. They haven't forgotten it, and neither have you, though you two have moved on. So these people, reality is, hold on, guys. Reality is, I've been bending over backwards for her for years. That's what I mean. These people you could have been good with for like 1 to 2 years. You thought, yeah, they're young, they're really impressionable, but like I got them and I'm going to lead them the right way. You were trying to be a leader in this person's life. And so like that's a big confirmation that, yeah, like you had been bending over backwards, and then when push came to shove, they didn't have any of that for you. These are the type of people that you've been getting rid of for the last 5 years. People that have not gone the extra mile for you, especially if they didn't have to. And if they were called out on their behavior, they ran, they hid, they played the victim, they cried, they stomped, and you saw a completely different side of them. Now this person is these people are going through transitions around you. They're trying to become something that they are not. They're trying to portray the part of big, bad, bold, a leader. You see through them. And I'm so proud of you guys for not being threatened by them, not being bothered by them, and being completely unfazed by them. This really bothers them. Okay? These people around you wearing these disguises, trying to fly under the radar in your presence while still trying to be this big, bad, bold leader, they are so bothered by the fact that you don't want what they have. You don't want their position. You wish them well. You're kind. They just don't get it. They don't get it. They're like, oh, if I do this, they're going to be so jealous. They're going to be so jealous. Whether it's a house, how they change their body, how they change their finances, they don't care what it is. They want you to see that. Front row seat, and you could care less. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you could care less because they've been in the doghouse with you. So my spiritual warriors that are listening, okay, and everybody else that is new here, I'm your bestie on the internet. I am your favorite YouTuber. I am your chicken noodle soup for the soul. I am your motivational speaker. I'm your spiritual advisor. So let's get into today's message. Grab whatever you be smoking on, snacking on, sipping on, because I'm going in. You're starting to figure out how your voice is electric and how your voice captivates others. because for such a large part of your life, this voice was canceled. Okay? So every time you're using your voice, especially on a public platform or on the internet or on social media, you might get a little bit nervous. Like, oh, I'm going to have to speak. I got to be brave. And I have to not care if people like me or not. I got the cactus for you guys. You are the star, but you're still a little bit prickly. Okay? You are the star, but you know how to protect yourself. And people are always shocked by the wisdom you have and the words that you use. And I feel like this is because if you guys know that you have a high calling, you know that you have a high spiritual rank, you could have hung out with older people when you were younger. You never hung out with people that were in your age group. Okay, so when you were younger, you could have hung out with people that were a lot older. You were always around the grown-ups and you always wanted to be considered mature and wise. Like you were listening, you were paying attention. I know what you guys are talking about. And so you could have gotten into adult topics like politics, religion, books, anything to be involved because you guys are an old soul. As you get older, you guys are getting younger. I tell you guys all the time, Benjamin Button effect, sipping on the fountain of youth. Your age is going in reverse and people cannot tell your age. And so you are looking younger and younger and younger the older that you get. And this is really blowing people away. Okay? So the fact that you are beautiful, that you are handsome, wherever you are in the world, you are very attractive in a very intelligent and exotic and extraordinary way that is unlike anybody around you. That's not for no reason, because you are a messenger. You are a star messenger. So people first, they lock eyes with you and they're like, whoa. They're like, they're unlike anything I've ever seen. Then you speak, your voice ferocious with the wisdom that you've known for years and years and decades and months and days. But the way that your soul and everything that you emanate just shines, glows, they're like, how? They look so young. They don't look like they've lived 5 lifetimes. They don't look like anything that they've ever been through. How do they have all this wisdom? People are blown away, especially people that are just meeting you. They're like, kind of superhuman is this? And so you guys have learned over the years as you get older to enjoy life more, to not be in such a rush to be grown up. And then every now and again, your shadow comes to play and says, you need to get a grown up job. You need to already know what you want to do. And some of you guys don't. So don't even worry about that. Okay. Whoever I'm speaking to, don't even worry about the fact that you don't really know what you want to do, what your job title should be. You are a spiritual warrior and you can do as you please. Okay. You don't have to be like everybody else with a certain job or career. Your career changes all the time. Okay, you are a spiritual warrior. You can do whatever you want. There's no more being embarrassed of your title, being embarrassed of your calling, because people can see that you're different. There are a lot of enemies around that are attracted to your light. All of this dark is swarming towards your light and your voice. You guys could have been going through throat chakra issues, voice issues. The devil's been hard at work, okay, attacking your voice. You guys could have had sore throats, and it's freaking summer. The flu, it's freaking summer right now. Just for an example, strep throat, you guys could get all the time. You guys could have allergy issues that affect your sinuses and your voice. Or you guys are tempted to always smoke, whether it's weed, cigarettes, vapes, whatever, and that messes with your voice as well. And I'm no stranger to any of those things, even though I'm in my sobriety, because the enemy, the media, and the devil are always trying to figure out ways for us to hurt ourselves, for us to lower our very own vibration. And so you guys are becoming aware of that. Like the Grim Reaper is always creeping around, trying to shoot his shot, and you are not the one. Okay? You are not the one. Satan's people aren't ready to post up with you. They're running scared. The people that were leading the circus, they are still licking their wounds. And now, as they're licking their wounds, they're going through karma. They're going through justice. And they are pissed. Okay? I bet you ain't heard peeps from the ringleaders in a minute or 5. Okay? If that is you guys, drop your microphones down below. Okay? If you are able to participate, drop your microphones down below. If you ain't heard a peep from the ringleaders in like a month or 6. And I mean terrible parents, terrible siblings, terrible bosses, terrible coworkers, terrible supervisors, terrible neighbors. Let me know if you haven't heard peeps from them in 1 to 6 months. The circus is having to realize the cold hard truth of what the world really is and who you really are. God is acquainting them with the facts as we speak. I'm going to say that again. They are now becoming acquainted with the facts and the cold hard truth. God is acquainting them with that as we speak, because you are being vindicated. You are a diamond that was made under so much pressure. Look at all the microphones in here. You ain't heard peeps from them. They are still licking their wounds, and then they're like, "Oh, I gotta put this Band-Aid on. I gotta fix my arm. I gotta fix my knee. I gotta fix all these things." And then here comes justice. Right on time. Okay? You ain't heard nothing from them. Not, did you get those TPS reports done? Have you seen my stapler? What's going on with you? Am I going to have to cut your hours? Why would you talk like that to your sister? Why are you such a piece of... You ain't heard nothing from them. To where they once a month had a plot. Okay? For like how many years? Once a month they're like, so, and you're like, here we freaking go on the merry-go-round of go F yourself. Yes, narcissists look for you because of your light. And you guys they were raised with clowns. You were raised with soldiers. Or you were raised looking up to soldiers. They were raised with clowns. And here they are, trying to act like they ain't one when they is one. You guys feel things very deeply, and you feel even a little bit sorry for the ringleaders. Like, oh, they haven't been messaging me. They haven't been emailing me. They haven't been blowing up my phone. They haven't been passive-aggressively calling you out neither. That used to be their favorite thing. Because they thought for certain, okay, they thought for certain it would be so easy to make you their karmic chew toy. And now they're on the merry-go-round of life. They don't got time to mess with you. But know this, they're still barking, they're still yapping, they're still doing all of that. And the people that are insecure around you, wearing the disguises, they're listening because it makes them feel better. Yeah, they are such a piece of crap. Yeah, they came into work today, they looked so happy. F them. People see you as this lucky duck that cannot be played. They see you as this voice of truth that cannot be played. They see you as this bull they cannot lock horns with. They see you as someone where they cannot take your everything and your little dog too. These boots were made for walking, and that is just what they'll do. They can put that in their pipe and smoke it because you are a spiritual warrior. You are not the one, okay? You got the scissors. You got their doghouse ready. You got all their complaints to throw in the fuck it bucket. You are intelligent. We have the light bulb here. You are intelligent. You are the phoenix. You rise from the ashes. And you ain't taking their phone calls. Okay? You don't care about their likes. You don't care about their views. You don't care about their sales. You don't care about their revenue. You more than ever know that God is watching you, watching over you. The universe has your back. So they can wear whatever disguise they want and they can shoot their shot. They're going to miss every time. Okay, every time. So we have the High Priestess, okay, twice. We have the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Swords. And we got the Four of Pentacles down here. And, oops. And when that happened, okay, and when that happened with some of these people trying to shoot their shot, it just made you stronger, okay? It made you stronger every time. You guys have angels watching over you as the Grim Reaper haunts you, okay? Or attempts to stalk you in your sleep every time you eat. And the initials that I got for you is R, S, N, H, and C. These people think that they're in a Trojan horse, okay? Not realizing that they're messing with an original gangster, okay? Just like the Godfather. They're constantly making deals with the devil, and they don't realize it's time to pay the piper, and they still don't have you in hand. Okay, they still do not have you in hand. Hold on, guys. Welcome to the live, Dominique. Kyrie, I know who the N is. Oh my gosh. You guys, every time there's a message like this, people come to play, and they come to play on my timeline where they're going to get bopped every single time. Whether it is live or after the fact, they'll have to go create another 5 accounts. Okay? These people aren't ready to post up. That's why they do a lot of this. Nothing's actually happening. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. Okay, I'm not worried and I'm not concerned. Let me close this really quick. Hold on, guys. So you guys are dealing with people that think they matter. Okay? You guys are dealing with people that think they matter. I deal with it all the time in my live stream. They're like, I matter. I have so much to say. They come in with paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs. They spam, 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 giving nothing to the topic, giving nothing to the equation, giving nothing to the creator, giving nothing to the messenger. They give nothing. Their energy says, look at me, look at me, look at what I'm talking about, look at my nonsense. And it means nothing. And some of you guys can't even see it because the messages get flagged and they go to a trash can where they get held for review. So some of you guys can't see it. But if somebody's bothering you in the live chat before I can get to it, drop your bananas down below. You can report that user. You can block that user. And then I will do the rest. You feel me? That is why my live streams are always on restriction, because people think they're smarter than me. I don't care who you think you're smarter than. Okay? I don't care about you at all. I don't think of, guess what? Oh my gosh. I don't think about you at all. Okay? Because that message is not for you. I think it's really sad when creators have to turn their comments off, or they have to, fly all the way off. But you're not doing enough. Get your energy up because you came to the wrong live chat. You feel me? It's people that are trying to outsmart you. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so much smarter than them. Watch how I get attention away from them. It's just about instant gratification for them. These people are holding on way too tight to something you're not even reaching for. You don't see them at all. You don't compete with them at all. You don't compete at all. You are youth embodied. You are the tree of life. You are the fountain of youth. And so it gets a lot of hate. It gets a lot of jealousy. I'm hearing it's Shark Week, okay? Your enemies are angry because they're getting dealt with. All of this effery they've been sending your way is unfolding in their life. There is a literal circus unfolding in their life. And you guys are minding your own business, trying to create a better life for yourself. These people are not ready to post up, and they're also not ready to hear you roar. They will do anything. They don't care how dumb they look. They don't care how silly they look. They will do anything to get you to stop speaking, to stop teaching, to stop giving messages. And they're literally out here thinking, oh, I'm smarter than you. Watch me do this. And it's nothing. It's a bunch of nonsense. Okay? They're a bunch of Cruellas out here in these streets. This is how they look. Real smooth. Smooth operators. You guys are learning how to be creative in different ways. And you are learning how to embrace your creativity, because this is why your age is reversing. This is why you guys are becoming more liberated, more free, more youthful, more spontaneous. You are embracing the fact that you look young. You are embracing the fact that you feel young. And now your roar is going to be even more ferocious. And not only will you be speaking and standing on business, but you will be able to roar without saying a word. You don't care if you look silly. You don't care if you stutter, if you skip a word. You don't care if the sound is going in and out. You don't care. You hold the key to the life that you desire, which is you standing on business. You're going to get a lot of recognition for being a star messenger. You don't care if you're liked along the way. Okay? You don't care if you're liked along the way. You are being vulnerable with yourself, and you are at peace with yourself for what you are doing for the collective and for what you add to the equation. Affirm it below. I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I add to the equation. I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I add to the equation. Trust is a priceless currency. And on everything that you're putting out, you add tax because you know your worth. You are done feeling bad for being the star. Like, oh, I just shouldn't shine over here. Nope, not at work. I won't shine at work because I just want to be left alone. Your bullies are getting dealt with. These clowns are getting dealt with because you are being vindicated, bestie. These people think that it's about so many other things. They're like, oh, it's about the money. It's about being famous. It's about this, and that. They don't even get what you do. They don't even get what you do. They don't get what you do it for. Okay? But they think it's real easy to come snatch this crown off your head. That's how delusional they are. They're calling you every name in the book. And then everybody around you is like, I just want a truce. I just want to get along. But they just love hearing the smear. You guys are getting a big blessing or a breakthrough with your finances. Okay? You're getting a big breakthrough with your finances, and you're getting a big breakthrough with your gratitude and your communication. You moving fearlessly. Fearlessly. You guys are reaching new heights of happiness. Affirm that below. I am reaching new heights of happiness. I am in an echo chamber of merriment. I am walking on sunshine. I turn lemons into anything I want. These people are mad that you can charm the snakes. They're mad that you know what time it is. And they think that they can post up with you when you fight with the devil every day. Like, let's be so for real, okay? They think that they can fight with you when you fight the devil every day. You are emotionally equipped. You are intellectually equipped. And you are only getting smarter, bigger, badder, stronger. Okay? You guys might be seeing 10-10 everywhere. And if you are, drop it in the comments below. 10-10. Because I feel like you guys are seeing 10-10 and 12-12. Those are not normally numbers I get for you guys, especially 10-10. And this is showing me that you are at a big stage of completion and you freaking know it. You guys could have seen it at least 3 times in the last 24 hours. You are holding your sword up proudly. You're like, this is my sword of truth. I'll wave it around. I don't care if I look crazy. People are like, oh, you need to calm down. You need to get your energy up. Okay? People telling you to calm down only want to try to control your behavior. And it's a no. It's a never. Okay? Remember that Mariah Lynn song I be telling you guys about? Number 2. Never. Never, bitch. You're at the top of the never list. You'll be never it. Never, 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 bitch. Okay? And that's just what it is. People are mad that you are mastering your gifts. You are mastering your gifts. You don't care about being prim. You don't care about being proper. You don't care about holding it all in, bottling it all up. You don't care. You're like, I like what I like. I said what I said. I do what I do. I love who I love. I don't care. You are officially vindicated and you are officially liberated. You're like, yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a star messenger. I freaking love God. My life is awesome. I don't have $1 million, but I freaking love my life. Okay? And they're like, ew. With their dirty, dusted, busted energy. They're just so mad, you guys, that nobody wants to listen to them on their dirty little soapbox. Okay? And they're mad that your energy roars and says, not today, Satan, not today, Becky, not today, Bobby. I'm sorry. You're going to have to take a number. You're going to have to take a number. And for somebody being so warm, you sure know how to serve it ice cold. Okay? For somebody being so warm, you sure know how to serve it ice freaking cold. Because you've had it. You're like, I'm not going to be fearful of who I am or my calling. I am standing up for what I want. And that's in all areas of your life, okay? Whatever you want at your job, you're like, I said it. I want that. If you're wanting to walk away from a job, you're going to have the courage to do that like you ain't never had it before. You are seeing things so clearly, you are ready to play ball. But for your life, for your happiness, not caring about other people's perception, like, oh my gosh, like, they read tarot, they're a whole weirdo. You don't care about people's witch hunt. You don't care anymore. You don't care about showing your vulnerability. You don't care about showing your kindness because you are a natural born leader. You are a natural born leader. Your enemies know what time it is. They know they can't post up with you. They know they can't. They're scared, okay? You guys got your enemies scared. So let's see what else we get for you guys. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to pull out. Let's get some tea, and then we're going to get some advice. This is you guys. People look at you and they're like, are you on holiday? Do you work? Do you have a job? That's how happy you look. This is how happy you're going to be looking the next week. Nothing can bother you. Not your boss yelling at you. Okay? Not no money in the bank account. Nothing can get you down this next week. So I'm really excited for you guys. You are in your peacock energy. You are in your stability. And yeah, they're still stalking. Okay? They're like, I just told them to go F off, and they just smiled. Something's wrong with Susie. Nothing's wrong with Susie. Nothing's wrong with the collective. You guys have people having a whole moment. They're losing their mind. Okay? Justice is unfolding in their life, and it's about to start another ring. Another round, I should say. Another round is about to start. So that's why you ain't heard nothing. Drop your crickets down below. Because you ain't heard crickets from them. You literally could have, like, not been at work in 2 weeks. You guys could have literally, like, just been doing whatever you want. And normally you would hear all types of backlash. You would hear all types of whatever. And you ain't heard nothing. You ain't heard nothing. So another round is about to commence. Is about to start. And you're not going to hear anything still. These people have been getting away with a lot for way too long. Yes, crickets down below. You ain't heard nothing. So you're like, wow. It's kind of like when you've been dealing with so many spiritual attacks from people from every side of the block. It's like that feeling when you know you're not being spiritually attacked and you're like, I'm fucking free. I'm free. It's like that. You feel light as a feather. Okay. So if there's a feather emoji, I'm pretty sure there is. You guys drop your feathers down below because this next week, you are opening the door to feeling light as a feather and knowing that you can keep this feeling around. Hi, Savage Queen. Hi, Dominique. Hi, guys. Whoa. Look at this. It says, shoot your shot. You're feeling light as a feather. You're progressing. You're moving forward. Shoot your shot, bestie. It is being supported. Okay. Wow. Anything toxic, they're being silenced. Okay? Think about your shitty neighbors. Think about them. How come you haven't heard anything? Have you heard anything? Okay? Really think about some things. Think about some people that you're like, oh, you're right. I haven't heard anything. You're going to be feeling light. Light as a feather. You're going to be feeling like the Grinch when the Grinch's heart grew. Okay. You're like, wow, I feel really good. I feel really good. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Glam with Jaylene. I love this. They're so mad this didn't work. They tried posting up. They looked foolish. Okay, they looked foolish with you. Trying to do that. It looked absolutely absurd. I love that, Savage Queen. Crappy neighbors, terrible parents, and getting rid of fake friends. That's what you guys are doing right now. These boots are made for walking. Look how cute this little boot is. You got your boot ready. Okay? How many of you guys have seen the movie Heat? Okay? How many of you guys have seen the movie Heat with Al Pacino, Val Kilmer, Robert De Niro? Okay? Everybody in the chat that has seen Heat, drop your fire down below. These people thought they wanted smoke, and they started looking real crazy. Okay, if you guys have seen Heat and you're a fan of it, we have the scissors here, right? We have the Grim Reaper. We have little old you. People thinking that you can be a pawn. Al Pacino, for all my Heat fans, he's like, she's got a great ass. Okay? She's got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it. Okay? That is your enemies with the devil. Okay? They're like, they don't realize. Okay? They don't realize that they got their head all the way up it. They think there's something special. I don't know what my hair is doing, but it's like almost wash day. Yeah, you guys bring the heat, you bring the smoke, you bring it all. You are an energetic powerhouse and people can't figure you out. They're like, I brought fire. Yeah, didn't work, okay? I brought an assassin. That didn't work either. I brought all my fake friends. I brought all the clowns. I brought everybody I knew, and they're still standing. And not only are they standing, they're glowing. I would really like to smack that glow right off of their face. It's not going to happen. Thank you, Kirk. All my girls, all my girlies out there, you guys know when you got like a lot of product in your hair from like curling your hair and it's hot and it's about to be wash day, your hair starts like, oh my gosh, Savage Queen was like yesterday in the live stream, hair cocked to the side. I was like, what is my hair doing? Because my hair was like caught after like working 17 hours. My hair was like all messed up. And I always tell you guys that even on your worst day, you shine. Even with coffee all over your shirt, hair cocked to the side, you still glow. You still shine. And I love that you said that, Savage Queen. She's like, hair cocked to the side. I was like, because it was. It literally was yesterday. It was funny. It was so funny. Yesterday's live stream had me rolling. Had me rolling. Okay, so be prepared for a lot of plot twists this week. But these plot twists are going to be going in your favor. I'm so excited. Let's see what else is going on. I'm real nosy right now. Okay, so we have that you guys look like you've been on holiday, period. You guys are considering a holiday, considering a serious vacation. You are knowing more than ever that you are safe, that you are the diamond. You're not going to be ashamed or try to hide your gifts. You're just excited. You are, excited. I'm excited for you guys. Yes, you guys are my diamonds. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Kirk. We are these angelic diamond light codes that people just can't figure out. Okay? And this is the week for you to shoot your shot. This is why you're seeing 10-10. An important end, a new beginning. Yeah, I think that this full moon is going to turn up the heat. So with this full moon that's coming, you guys release your guilt, okay? Whatever little bit of guilt that you have, release that. Get ready to see what you want to purge, what you know doesn't belong in your life, anything that you know that is limiting you. And I know that as we approach August, that this not only are we going into Leo season, but we are also going into the thick of it with this Saturn retrograde. And correct me if I'm wrong, is there not a Mercury retrograde that's also going to be at the same time? But I'm just seeing you guys handling it with a lot of grace. Okay? Handling it with a lot of grace. You never needed those wings to fly. The signs are already with you. You guys are going to be approaching these transits like a superhero. Okay? You are going to be approaching these transits like a superhero. Like, yeah, we're going into this retrograde, but I'm going to make it do what it do. Okay? I'm not going to be worried. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to be as concerned. You are going to get ahead of what you even think can go awry, because I got the High Priestess twice. That means you are 3 times as intuitive and you know exactly what to do. What happens to you guys during certain retrogrades? You're like, okay, I'm going to take care of the car. I'm going to make sure there's air in the tires. I'm going to make sure I do a fuel injection. I'm going to make sure the gas is full. Even if I got to dip into savings, you're just going to be doing certain things like you're going to be on it. You're just ready. You're going to have the roadside assistance ready to go. Like, you're just like, you're going to maneuver all the pieces on the board. Your strategy is changing for how you deal with certain transits in your life. For some of you guys, you could feel like August is a tough month because people like to act real amped up. But you are no longer in denial about your gifts. You are no longer like, oh, let me just get the low-hanging fruit because people are going to get mad if I like reach for like the good fruit. No, 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 no. So yes, you guys are going to be getting your oil changes, your fuel injections. You're going to be checking your windshields. You guys are going to be driving safer. You're going to be taking your time. You're going to be leaving earlier. You're going to be staying off your phone. You're going to be more defensive. You're just going to give yourself more time because you know that there's a lot going on energetically, but you also know that you're protected. You guys know that you are divinely protected. But to avoid certain mishaps, you're just going to be ready. And you're feeling confident in that more than you usually would. And don't worry, guys, I will be here every step of the way during this transit to give you the messages that I'm channeling, any, motivation that you will need through the weeks. We have invisible. See what I mean? You're going to be invisible to the enemy. So they're going to be like trying to fight you. They're going to be trying to box you, trying to post up. And they're going to be missing. Okay, but they will be trying. But they won't be able to see you the same. It's like they have to do it blindfolded. Okay, so these people, they're getting an opportunity to post up, but they don't get to actually see where you are because you've been canceling, rebuking, denouncing. You are safe to speak. You are safe to roar. You are safe to live. You are safe to love. And they're going to have to fight this invisible battle. And you are going to reach success that you are not expecting. The Wheel of Fortune. Success that you are not expecting. Ace of Wands. Ace of Cups. You guys are getting new beginnings because you are releasing things you don't need. You're like, I don't need that guilt. I don't need that family. I don't need to date them. I don't need that boss. I don't need that job. Because when we release things and we are truly honest with ourselves, like, there's something better. I know my worth. I add tax. Every time we do that, we are making a lot of room for something real, something better, something we truly desire. That is what you are tapping into right now, the things that you desire. You desire to have more days off. You desire to be able to travel. You desire to be in love, to be more honest, to be able to speak your truth. Whatever it is that is on your heart that you desire, you're like, I'm tapping into that because it feels good. Okay? You know that you guys are very proactive and you don't get to enjoy yourself enough. All the battles, all the protecting that you have to do, all the covering, all the shielding that you have to do. You don't get to have enough fun. You don't get to be childlike enough. That is what you are tapping into, this childlike energy. You embody the fountain of youth, the star. Let them creep, let them stalk. Their binoculars are busted, and you are going to be hard to pin. You are going to be hard to find. The only thing that they will hear is your voice. Your honesty. Yeah, a lot of you guys have family that guilt trips you. They make you the scapegoat. They're always trying to tell you like, oh, you always date losers. Oh, you're always going to be alone. Oh, you're never going to amount to anything. Oh, you should be more religious. Oh, you're probably going to go to hell. Like, they tell you all types of crap because they want to control you. It's just like when somebody comes into a live stream and says, calm down. They want to control your behavior. They want to control your behavior, how you move, the outcome. And even if they did, they still wouldn't be happy. That's what you guys need to realize. Even if they were able to control these things, because I've been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. I got sober, paid off all my debts to society, found a good person, got married, lived a good life. It still wasn't good enough. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but sometimes you just know, okay, that like it's still not going to matter. They just are controlling. They're not being protective. They're not actually wanting you to have all this amazing stuff. They just think that you'll never amount to anything. And even if you do, they're just going to become envious or jealous or plot and scheme against it. Okay? And what they don't realize is they cannot stop anything. Okay? Wow, look at that. That's very powerful, letting go. Some emotions are getting like shook up during this full moon. And I feel like it's to show you, are you in or are you out? Okay, I'm literally seeing Cruel Intentions, the movie Cruel Intentions. Like, are you in or are you out? That's what I'm being shown. Are you in with them, where you're going to forgive, let go? I recommend forgiving. It's good for us, but I don't recommend rushing it. Are you in where you're going to let them steamroll you, talk crazy to you, constantly goad you, provoke you, and stoke the flames? Are you going to constantly let them? Or are you going to say, you know what? I'm intuitive. I be listening to God in the universe, and I really don't trust you guys. So there's that. There's that. So you guys are getting ready to let go of certain people because, I don't know, me letting go of my family was one of the best things I ever did. One of the best things that I ever did, because it was very toxic for my health. It wasn't making me happier. It was just making me stressed out. It was making me miserable. So I'm good. Okay, I'm good. So you guys are figuring out what you want to let go of. For some of you guys, it's a family. And for some of you guys, it's a job. For others of you, it's a person. Are you going to let go of this ex, or this marriage, or this baby daddy or baby mother? Are you going to let go of this job, this 9 to 5? Or are you going to let go of this family? There are 3 very important things in your life that you could be considering, and you're like, am I in or am I out? Am I going to keep doing the hokey pokey with these mother effers? Or am I just going to go about my business? Think about it this way. When you are away from them, do you miss them? Think about that. Do you miss fighting with so-and-so? Do you miss this toxic job when you're gone? Or do you feel free? Okay? Do you miss when you're being goaded by this toxic family? Like, are you excited? Like, or do you go running back towards them? Does distance make your heart fonder? Or does it make you, like, relieved? Do you sleep good at night? That is how you will know what will be the conclusion. Okay? This is how you will know. Like, do I like fighting with them? Or do I miss it and do I miss them and I want to resolve it? Is it all bad, or is it just kind of bad sometimes? Am I embellishing it? Like, you're just going to have a real heart to heart with yourself. Like, am I in or am I out? Am I in or am I out? As I will draw up the conclusion. Because these people will just be sitting ducks. They'll let it go and go and go and go and go and go. Organic slay the whole list. Where do you feel more beautiful? Okay. Do you feel like this job makes you feel more beautiful? Do you feel like this person makes you feel more beautiful and loved through and through? Do you feel like this family makes you feel like this rose? Or do you feel like they want to put, like Beauty and the Beast, this glass over this rose where, no, nobody can see it. Nobody can look at it ever. I'm controlling the narrative, the dynamic in the situation. If the answer is no, they like it when I'm myself, I glow up, I boss up, they encourage me to speak, they encourage me to lead, then your answer is to stay. Because then you miss them when you're gone, because they encourage you to be a better person. They're holding up a mirror for you to want to be that better person. And if they're not, then you guys know what time it is. If these people are constantly villainizing you, putting you in the doghouse, what if you live with them? It's really hard when you live with people, because what will happen eventually, I'm not saying this to make anybody fearful, but I've done this song and dance my whole life, living with people I shouldn't. And I'm going to be very clear on why I've been homeless many times, for living with people I shouldn't. Okay? or refusing to go back to people I shouldn't is why, okay? Because you will reach a certain point in your level up where you will have to be relocated or they will have to be relocated. I've let crappy family stay with me, and the tower comes in and it upheavals it. Because there are certain people that are not supposed to be taking advantage of you. So what I would be doing is I would be praying and manifesting a way out of this situation to where I am safe and mostly safe and thriving, okay? That I've slept in my car, okay? I got kicked out of college for fighting, okay? I got kicked out of my student housing for fighting. Well, defending myself, but they said fighting, okay? Yeah, I got kicked out of BYU student housing for fighting. And in order to not go home to another state back where my parents were, I chose to sleep in my car. Okay? I chose that, showering at a gym and going to school still for as long as I could handle it, instead of going back to live with them until I found a place to live. Okay? Oh, just come home. Give up. You failed. You failed. You just had to fight. You just had to fight. Just come home. No. Not. I'm never. 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 Okay? So it just depends on where you're at in your journey and how done you are with their ish. And sometimes you need to get away for just enough time to see if that freedom is worth it. And I promise you it is. I promise you it is. You know how many times I've lived with my person's parents or and they're just controlling and combative and just provoking and antagonistic and mean, and I put up with it, and it made me miserable and angry and just upset, and I just dealt with it. Sometimes you really need to taste that freedom to see, like, well, I'd rather sleep in my car. Yeah, I'd rather do that. Okay? And I did that in the snow. Okay? I slept in my car in the snow to avoid dealing with them. Okay? And they're just like, just give up. You suck at life. Come home. No, 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 no. Because they didn't take my side and they didn't support me. So why am I going to go home and deal with their fake? No, no. And yeah, I had these girls try to jump me when I was in college, and they thought that I was dating one of their returned missionaries. And they tried to jump me while I was coming home one night, and we fought. Okay? They were not ready. They were not ready to post up with me. I used to teach martial arts, okay? And then I also taught cardio kickboxing. I'm not the one. And they found that out the hard way from the third floor. And when the school and housing didn't want to give me a warning because I wasn't one of their star athletes, I was totally fine with it. Okay? Because I'm not begging nobody. Never. Never, never, never. Hold on, guys. So, when you guys are dealing with people that love putting you down and they think that they're valid in doing so, you just have to know that You're doing what's best for you, and God will figure out the rest. When I chose to sleep in my car, I wasn't there for that long. I was there for like 3 weeks, okay? And then there was another situation provided that was safer. And you'll see this happen in different levels. When you are moving towards what is right and you are moving towards what's going to make you free, God will do the rest. I promise you. I have been upheavaled from so much in my life that every time I chose it or chose to stay away from it, after it was upheavaled, I only got blessings. I only leveled up. I love Shrek. It's like these people they're conniving. They want to tell you like, oh, it's going to be fine. I'm going to take care of you. You are recognizing the battle in others, and you are choosing yourself. You are choosing yourself. You are choosing you. So I don't think when we're living with people that we really have to, but it's our perception, okay? And it just depends on what you're ready to do. I've done a lot to run away, to maneuver away from unsafe situations, whether it was domestic violence or abuse, toxic relationships, or toxic families. I've done a lot to just be anywhere but where they are. Okay, so you guys will figure out when you're ready, when you have the clarity, you'll know when you've had enough. Okay? When my ex tried to kill me and he tried to put me through a whole entire wall, it was like the 50th time and the last time that I got dragged or had physical ailments because of him. And I decided, fuck trying to leave with all your stuff. Take your keys while he is sleeping and run. I had nowhere to go. Okay, the shelters, there was nowhere to go. There was no room in the shelters. But God will provide the way, even if it's temporary. Okay, God will give you the stepping stones. The Six of Swords is here, showing you, it's dark sometimes, and we don't know where the frick we're going. We don't know how long we're gonna be there, but the universe will show us the way. You are being shown that the signs are already with you. You will have clarity and you will know, like, you know what? I can't take anymore. So I'll take all the stepping stones, because the stepping stones are going to lead you away from the bullshit. That I promise you. Like, that's one thing I know for certain through life, trial, and error. Every time you make a move for your betterment, God's like, okay, I don't got all the pieces yet, but here's a stepping stone. Step to this stone and let me figure out the next step. Will you let me lead you? Will you let the universe, the divine, the creator, God lead the way? Okay? Or are you going to try to be the co-pilot from your parents' house? Do you know what I mean? Like, no, God, I don't like that stepping stone. I'm not stepping on that. I'll wait. We are being led out of certain situations. We do it with jobs that were better. We know they don't deserve us. We do this with relationships. We know they don't deserve us. We do it with family members that we know they don't deserve us. But the reason why you are seeing 10-10 and the reason why you are seeing 12-12 is because it is time to get up out of your comfort zone. And because you've built up so much strength and courage, it ain't going to be actually that uncomfortable. The more uncomfortable part is the fear of the unknown. And 10-10, because you were at a stage of completion with one of these three things, if not all of the three things: the family, the relationship, or the job. Sometimes we don't like the stepping stones. There's been a lot of times where I did not like the stepping stone. But the stepping stone is always temporary. It's always temporary. Always. Unless you want to make it not temporary due to comfort. Okay, every time I was giving a stepping stone, it was staying at somebody's house, staying somewhere I did not want to stay, but it was always temporary unless I wanted to sabotage, unless I wanted to make it to where I stayed there, stuck there. So it's more just being worried of what is hidden. Like, well, what if I stay there and that's the stepping stone? They don't like me, and it's not going to be perfect. The stepping stone is never perfect because you are navigating towards your greatness. You are navigating towards your freedom. But I'm telling you, it's like being in the most toxic situations and then not having to answer to none of them. Yes, it's really a stepping stone helping you forward. I lost a job right before, like a really important job I lost. A really important job I was fired from before I lost my home this last time. And the stepping stone that I had to step to, I had to step on 3. But I knew, I was like, you know what? When every time I knew they were not worthy, these stepping stones, okay, there's a new job. They're treating me like crap. No. Next. Oh, here's the other stepping stone. They're treating me like crap. Next. You are showing God I'm ready for this level up. And I am scared. I am a little bit worried, but I'm going to trust. It was only 9 months before I got that job back. Before I was on my feet again. And not even, it really only took 4 weeks. 4 weeks I had to be in an uncomfortable stepping stone of staying with family that don't really like me. Okay? And so I lost everything, had job stepping stones, and had a home stepping stone. But I had a roof over my head. And it wasn't all bad, but it wasn't all great. But it was 4 weeks. Okay? 4 weeks. And then after that 4 weeks, it was 6 months. And then I got my old job back. So the vindication is coming. Because you were telling God, you were telling the universe, like, I don't know what the frick is about to happen. Okay, I'm waving my sword of truth. And I'm going to have faith. It's going to be fine. That's when I started my channel. And it was the best thing I ever did. And then I saw why I couldn't have that job that I loved so much. Because I had to go through the spiritual awakening. I had to lose everything. God said, no. You can have this job back once we start from ground zero. Everything's got to be removed. You need to step to that stone, to that stone, to that stone, to that one. And I'm going to do the rest. Just watch and see. And it is such a big part of my testimony. And unbelievable to me. Being vindicated in that way. Like, yeah, I don't have like a palace or, fancy whatever, but I had a roof, I had food, I had a job. That was enough for me. So you guys are learning how to trust and be the individual that the universe has created, that God has created. You are learning to embrace your uniqueness and what makes you you. And you're really looking around you like, if they don't value that, like, they're not worthy. A lot of your enemies, they're going to talk behind your back because they are officially not even acquainted or equipped to post up with you. Your voice is a direct threat because your voice is the truth. Okay? You know how many jobs where they were like, oh, we're going to make you this job code and you'll be overseeing all of these people. And they lied. They lied to like get me into the job. And then I realized that it was a lie. And I was like, okay, well, we discussed this and we discussed that. And that's not happening. So I'm gone. And that was not something I would normally do or say. I would just stay and be like, well, maybe one day that they'll give me that job code that they said that they would. And I left. So one job I was at for 4 weeks. One job I was at for 2 weeks. one job I was at for 6 months, and God said, okay, look at you knowing your worth. And I got the call that changed my freaking life. Okay? The owner of the old job that I was at had fired everybody and said, what happened to you was wrong. You should not have been fired right before your wedding. Okay, right before Christmas. You should not have been gone at all. And I hope that you accept my sincerest apologies. I've gotten rid of a lot of people. I am cleaning house, and I want to know if you will consider coming back. Riddle me what? Because at that time, then I had been gone 9 months from that job. And had started my channel. And it was just being vindicated on another level like I can't even explain. But you know what, bestie? When I had that job before, I didn't appreciate it. I was arrogant. I was mean. And it was because I was living with all the wrong people, all the wrong family members. So I was miserable. I was passive aggressive. I was always slamming cabinets and just being like, I have to provide. I've got this great job and da-da-da-da. And God said, who the hell are you? Like, you're not even brave enough to step to the life that you deserve, but you want to talk crazy to everybody else. So it all got upheavaled. All of it. Every single freaking bit. And I was humbled. That pain, all of that pain. The pain of my wedding, the pain of my family betraying me, the pain of losing a job that I loved, that supported my family, losing it all within a matter of 1 month, changed my life. And I came back to that job, back to a better life, a different person, more grateful, less sassy, but also the people that were not supposed to be around were removed. And that was a lot of undoing for some people to be removed. So now I will do it on my terms, as God sees fit, as I am prompted. We have the soul queen, okay? So you are the queen of soul, you are the king of soul, and you are tapping into purification. I love these peacock feathers in her hair, and you are tapping into your higher self. We have the peacock. We have the peacock. You are a veil of white light, symbolizing purification. You are done just doing everything everybody else's way. Because you're like, where is this going to get me? I'll have nothing to show for anything. I'll have nothing to show for anything if I keep doing it their way. So I don't need their wings to fly. They want you to believe that. They're like, oh, if you're going to make it in this world, you're really going to need our wings to fly. But you don't. But you don't. You'll know when you're done. Okay? Like how I knew I was done with my addiction. I knew the very day. I was like, I am not going to be enslaved to this anymore. I know I'm done. I know I'm done. Okay? You will know when you're done smoking. You'll know when you're done with that dusty. You will know when you're done with those parents. You will know. And it's best to operate from that feeling you can't fight of just knowing. Knowing and then being proactive. Like, all right, I don't want to feel like I'm sabotaging or dirty or whatever. I just know that I am enough and I'm out. I'm out. I shocked a whole bunch of people when I got sober. They were like, oh, wait, what? We know you as a whole hot mess. Girl, you know you're going to be a whole hot mess. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You guys aren't going to see me anymore. I'm done. I'm gone. I'm bowing out. They're still shocked. They're still shocked. You guys will know when you are ready to focus. You will know when you're ready to shoot your shot. You will know when it's time. You will know when you're being nudged. You hold the key. So you are being given clarity in this battle. Your voice is ready to roar. And people are going to know you meant what you said. And that your voice is an incredible gift that they cannot battle, not any day of the week. Okay? Your messages your authenticity, your honesty, they're like arrows. They are like arrows. When you guys leave situations and you make the conclusion, okay, you drop the conclusion and you walk away, magic unfolds if you let it. When I walked away from my abusive ex, that was literally going to kill me if I let him. When I walked away from that, magic unfolded. Okay, when I chose to get sober, magic unfolded. When I started to pay my debts to society for being in and out of jail and choosing dark every day of the week, magic unfolded. You are choosing that. The rest is still unwritten. I'm going to be the mother effer to write it, okay? You know that you want to tell your truth, your testimony, and you're just really starting to see what you're about, okay? What this diamond really holds, what this electricity really holds, like, because your soul is electric. Your voice is an arrow. Your messages are hot, okay? Your truth is hot. And people see it and they like it. They might be scared to like it because they would rather it be popular opinion. But that's why so many people creep and watch you, because you could just be their guilty pleasure. Okay? They're like, I really like them, but I don't want people to know that I like them, so I'll just wait. I'll wait for everybody else to say that they like them, and then I'll say I like them. It's like that type of vibe. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this message. Let me know if these initials help you guys. And yeah. Wow. What a message. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Liz. Yes, it's good to know both sides of the spectrum. Because, I mean, if we only had light, if we only had good, then, like, you know. I love you too, Blurred Girl. Thank you for being here, and thank you for always supporting. Thank you, Savage Queen and Virginia. Thank you, all of you guys. Mahalo, Moon Girl. I feel like I have a lot of Islanders that watch my channel. If I do, that's freaking amazing. Amazing. And that's another thing too. You guys could be very proud of your roots. I'm very proud that I'm Asian. I'm very proud that I'm Hawaiian. I'm very proud that I'm African American. I'm very proud of those things. Even though I used to be bullied for those things when I was younger, like, I'm just so proud when people are like, I can't figure out what you are. What are you? Nothing short of amazing. Duh. I'm just kidding. I look forward to reading your guys' comments. Let me know in the comments. Now, the spiritual assignment is what we drop in the comments after the live stream ends. And since it is the weekend, I want to talk about shows with you guys. What are you guys currently binge watching? What is your guilty pleasure that, like, when you turn off your phone, when you're like, I ain't going to work today, what are you dipping into? Okay. For me right now, it's Game of Thrones. I'm rewatching Game of Thrones and I freaking love it. I don't get to watch it as much as I would like to, because I work so much, but I love it. So let me know what you guys are watching right now or what new shows you're watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the comments. Don't forget to drop your favorite affirmation, and yeah, know that your voice is powerful. It is an all-powerful gift, and it is not the one to be messed with. Okay, it is not the one to post up with. It's not the one to bark at, and your enemies are finding out. They're going another round on the merry-go-round of justice. They don't like it, and that's why you ain't heard nothing but crickets. Okay? All right, guys. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.